Hello there. Hello, welcome to very hot Cyprus. Very hot, normal summer, but even hotter than the normal summer. So, yes, I can just about see Virgil there. Ooh, there he is. Can you see Virgil? He used to be behind me. He's over there. Maybe I should bring Virgil back. We shall see. We shall think about it. As you can see, I normally put something across because look, these blow around with the fan on. So what are we going to talk about today? Well, we'll start with the usual. I was on time today. I was on time. So my mood today, let me look at my mood cards. I don't know how many of these you've seen. Let's see. I don't know. Really? All over the places. Not card for that. Therapy. Therapy. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to choose this one today. I'm going to choose this one. Not really. But the reason I'm choosing this one is I've been going back on my walks again. So I've actually done 2 walks. 2 walks. Can't remember if I've done 2 or 3. 2 walks. And I actually filmed yesterday's walk. And there was so much footage because I can't tell, turning the camera on and off, I can't tell. And I was editing it today and there was so much footage. I've split it into 2. So I haven't edited the second half yet. That will be a long time coming because, as I've said before, I label my walks, walk A, walk B, walk C, and so on and so forth, just so if anyone ask me a question about a particular walk, I know which walk they talk about. So I write down where they go that I know where they are. So if someone asks a question, they can say, oh, walk J, and then I know exactly which one. And the thing is, I did put the last one I posted a long time ago. I said that on the actual video, the next walk and the letter, whatever I'm up to, will be to the ravine. And obviously I wasn't well for a long time, so I wasn't walking at all, going out anywhere on my walks. So I didn't film that. And Mike said it's quite a long way to walk, really. It's the way you have to walk, and you go past some dogs. And I don't know if the dogs are loose or not loose, and had a little encounter with dogs a while back. So I'm just not going anywhere where I know there's going to be dogs, sort of on land. So he said, oh, he'll take me in the car, park the way. I want to show you this ravine, but obviously now it's way too hot. I just don't even like going in the car anymore, just a little short journey. I've got a terrible headache today just from going down the road in the car. Just don't like going in the car anymore, particularly where it's hot anyway and my window doesn't go all the way down. It's a bit stuck. So that's off for now. Plus, obviously, I wouldn't go rural. At the moment, I'm walking tracks, but the rural areas, it's snake season, so I won't be going there for a while. So I'm filming lots of walks and I'm editing them. But as I say, you've got to wait for the ravine one before I can post any more. I guess I could post and miss out that letter. I could do that. I might do that. Label them as if I've done the ravine one and just keep that letter for that. I could do that. And then people say, where's walk, whatever it is? Where's the ravine one? I might do that because obviously now I'm going out walking. And as I say, yesterday's walk rather, I've split into 2 parts. And I'm planning on going tomorrow. I'm just thinking it's so hot. The one I've just filmed yesterday, I called it something about the dawn walk, not me, early in the morning. That's what I've had to do. I have to go sort of just after 6, and because I have to get back I mean, it gets hot here. 7:30, it's actually quite hot already. So you don't want to be out walking. At least if I go up the mountain, I'm walking back down, but it's still in the sun. Possibly that's where my headaches come from. But I was back before the heat. I only do about an hour. And then, as I say, it gets too hot. And the one tomorrow, I'm just worrying if it's a little bit too far for the distance because I'm going down, down and across because I want to see if I can film the beehives for you. There's 2 places I know they normally are. Darn, I could have filmed one today because I went down to the stables with Mike and there's one near there. I should have thought to go and film that actually, but I had to get back for this. Yeah, so I want to walk down and at least get one lot of the beehives done and the other one, maybe, I don't know. I'll sort it out, but that's my plan possibly for tomorrow if I get up early. Now, obviously, I'm watering early. So what I've been doing is getting up really early, watering half the land that needs watering, where the sun really comes up and over first, and then the far rear side of the garden I do when I get back. It actually seems like there's not so much watering to do that way. So I will see, but I'm planning on going for a walk tomorrow morning down to try and find the first lot of beehives. If I'm suddenly not about anymore, it means I got attacked by bees. Peter was asking me about, do I do bees? Or I was like, I'm just not interested. Hey there, how are you today, my friend? Hope you got my little message there above. Yeah, so hi to you. How are you doing? I'm just saying fit. I'm not really fit, but I'm starting on my walks again. I filmed some. You're doing fantastic. Did you get another shoe advert? I'm actually starting like on time, but just rambling for a bit to give people a chance to get on. That's why I do my mood cards, so you're not really missing too much. So yes, so I'm doing the walks. Part of the walks I'm doing geocaching. If you don't know what that is, go on, if you get the Play Store app, look up geocaching. And the one I use, I don't know how many there are available, but it's a big green circle with something or other on it. That's one I use. And I've now found 2 items. Yay! I was getting a little bit depressed. I kind of had a rough go at it because I had my tablet, and with the tablet, didn't have like 5G or whatever it is you need to take it out and about rural. So I used to bring it up on the internet at home, draw the map out where it showed something, and then try and find my way there, and then kind of guess exactly where it was. So I've been to places and I can't quite find the things, but we have found 2 now. Well, I found the first one and they might help me find the second one. So we found 2. And what I've done is taken photos. I don't want to give away where they are in case anyone comes here and wants to do the geocaching, or I know a lot of local people in this area and Limassol and beyond do actually watch my channel. And I don't want to give it away if they want to do it. So I've just showed a picture of the actual thing I found, not where I found it. So, yeah, they're not actual things. I don't know too much about geocaching. I've actually got Inspired to Wander. If you go on her channel, she does a lot of geocaching. That's not all what her channel's about. She does walks and other things as well. And, yeah, let me put her channel down. But if you want to ask about geocaching, she actually tells me things. Inspired to Wander. But if you like walks and stuff like that and scenery, she goes places, she does things. Really great. There's lots of chatting going on. Doing fantastic. I picked your surprise card game. Oh, bless you. I'll be sending it to you tomorrow. I didn't open it, so I hope it's a good game. If it's a flop, I suppose it will still be funny. Oh, bless you. That's so kind of you. Oh, Hedgehog Homestead. Hi, how are you doing? What are you up to these days? Don't forget, guys, in the chat, tell everybody about your channel and what your most recent video is or what you're about to post. So if you're in the chat, this is your space to write down things about your channel. And then when people watch it back later, they'll see your channel and pop along. Saying hi to each other. How are you today, my friend? Hi, Digging for Health. Bless you. Two of my favourite channels. So geocaching. I didn't know, as I say, I don't know a lot about it. I'm a complete novice to it. And the only thing I saw when I think you got a brief thing on the app or on the internet. I looked briefly before I'd even started. And they show you there's lots of different size canisters where you find the stuff. And they go, I think there's about 8 categories of size. Don't quote me on anything. I'm the novice in this field. And they show like really small, bit smaller. And they give you a rough approximate size of what the very small, whatever size is. And I swear, wherever I saw it, they show like, it reminded me of, old-fashioned camera film, the little plastic containers that the film comes in. And I swear I saw those. And I thought, oh, perhaps the person who sets it, they have to order the size maybe from the site or something like that. As I say, I don't know a lot about it. So I'm looking for these containers of different sizes. Then I saw on Inspired to Wander's channel, she says she finds one and she shows you, and she said, I thought it was a bolt, like a nut and bolt. And she said, oh, that's a clever one. And I was like, what? And she said, yeah, they could be all sorts of things. It's like, oh, I thought we were actually looking for canisters of some shape or form of different sizes. Oh, no, she said they could be like anything. I was like, okay, then. And as I say, I'm going to put my 2 finds, what the canisters look like that I found. The first one is just an old aspirin, paracetamol. You know how you get the plastic here, they're white. I assume they're everywhere white. And then you get a really screw-on childproof cap. That was the first one. And then inside, I know there's different things you can find inside, but most of them are just a bit of paper and you sign your code name when you register. So you sign your code name. And then on my tablet, you press the location, it logs that you found it, and it changed to a smiley face. And this is why I was still thinking, oh, it's a canister. It is canisters, but different sizes. But the second one, well, you wait till you see it. I'm going to post them separately, probably on the community post. It looked like a bullet, just a small sort of silvery, coppery sort of colour bullet. Now, bearing in mind, this is Cyprus, and the hunters shoot all the road signs, as in stop signs and those kinds of signs. And this road sign, where it was all shot to pieces. And Mike went, oh, no, that's a funny bullet, but they do make their own bullets here. And it was like, oh, yeah. Turns out that was it. It was so tiny, and you could actually screw the top off. And inside was a really like rolled out, small, long tubey. I've taken a picture of me holding this bit of paper where you sign in. So I was like, okay, so you're literally looking for anything and everything. And then there was one we looked at but couldn't find. And it's by a road barrier, like a crash barrier. And I said to Mike, now we found this other one. Perhaps it's something to do with the bolts on the barrier. But he said, no, he really looked hard. And where it actually says the location is, there's one of these almighty great prickly rural bush things, like really spiky. And I had it pinned to literally right under the middle of that. I'm like, I'm not doing that. Hey, Danny. Uh, Digging for Health says, my channel. Oh, Digging for Health, guys. Go check out Digging for Health. My channel is about our small scale homestead. My husband and I both have health issues, so our ultimate goal is to inspire others with limitations. I'm also a big goofball, so lots of laughing too. Danny, I've got a question for you. I came on your channel yesterday. Yesterday was Tuesday, yes, and my time that your lives are is 7 p.m. And it said it live in 24 hours. And you'll see on the comments on the chat if it's still up there. I put, I wonder, did Danny press the wrong day, like the day by mistake? Because I'm sure you do Tuesdays. And then someone else put, oh, perhaps you've rescheduled for today. But I noticed it was on today, but I went off and did things that I said at the beginning. But yeah, I'm confused now. Was it just switched this week? Because you know I was going, come on. I love the channel Digging for Health. She's hilarious, very inspiring. Yeah, rescheduled for today. I saw that was interview with someone or something. I did see it earlier because I was like, what's going on? Is it normally Tuesday though? Because I thought I had you down as to when you're on. And I really was ready. I had a note up and everything. Must watch Danny's today because I couldn't watch it last week that I'd planned because of Anne's extended version. Eric got his driver's license back yesterday after almost 20 years of not having one. I'm no longer an Uber driver. Oh, you not drive? I not drive. I'm not allowed to drive. Thank you, my friend. Love your channel too. My family watches it on the big screen when I'm not chatting in a live. Oh, nice. Oh, dear. Yeah, Danny and Hedgehoggy. Laura, make sure you put something about your channels in the chat so people watching back. I average on about 45 watch laters on my lives. Sometimes it's more, but on average it's about 45 watch back later. So if you're in quite near the beginning, get something about your channel near the top. Because if people don't watch all the way through on the way back, then at least they've seen your channel, something about your channel. So what else has been going on? I think I spoke about we were doing the online auction because there was all sorts of stuff, everything to make you bid. Everything started at €1, no matter what, and there was all sorts of things. It was mostly this one was a special one. It's mostly gardening equipment and like garden machinery, cement mixer, tractor, all sorts of things. Where are we? Danny says, now we are two-car family. It was pertinent he got one. And live is today at 11 my time, 7 your time. And then next week it will go back to regular schedule Tuesday. So for confusion, no problem. It's me. I'm a confused person. I appreciate you coming to be there. So I'll make sure, Danny, that I finish at my 7 p.m. now today. So guys, I'm going to finish here in what's that then? That's 2 hours. 2 hours straight. In 2 hours time I'm out of here then, and you'll go over to Danny Day's Homestead channel if you're watching this live. So as soon as I finish, and if anyone can keep their eye on the time, if I don't notice I've gone over, and as soon as we finish we'll skip over to Danny's. We'll go over there. So actually that's worked out nicely today, Danny. Remind me to keep saying it if new people pop in. So yeah, as soon as I finish, I'll do 2 hours and then Danny will be on. So we'll go to Danny Day's Homestead. As I was saying, the auction. Yeah, so it was there was a tractor, cement mixer, lots of things I don't know what they are, as in tools and things. Anyway, we knew that there'd be lots of people on it just sitting there, obviously, because they say, no problem, Danny, because they say from €1, you're going to sit on it just to watch. And as Mike said, there was a lot there. If it was really cheap, he would have. A lot of it he didn't need, but always useful, cheap tools. Well, there were two lots there I was particularly interested in, because I was desperate for a garden fork. I talked about this last time. I do have a garden fork, but the handle broke off. It's one of those where a lot of tools, if the metal bit finishes too shallow and then you've got a wooden handle, when you do a lot of false work, that's where it's going to give. So Mike managed to make a new handle for me out of some pine tree that we had here. But again, it's not going to last forever. If you do any real hard digging with the fork, it's going to break. So I say we've been hiding it when the workaways come, because we know only gentle forking with it, not fierce digging with it. So I was quite desperate for a fork. So when we have workaways here or we want to do harder things, then Andrew's gone for cake. That I wanted to get forks. So there were two lots in this auction. One was quite shoddy stuff, but it had a garden fork in it, and the rest, to me, it was just rubbish in there. And you have to take the whole stuff. You can't say, oh, I just want that and leave the rest. It's clearly stated you have to take the whole lot. So I said to Mike, we'll bid on that, but don't pay much more than, whatever you think not a good fork is, because it was a fork, another fork. But that was after a lot near the beginning that I was really keen on. It looked like a really good, sturdy garden fork, and had lots of other good tools with it. Nothing I needed, but things like loppers that you can cut like trees with, different pruning things and shears, things my workaways could really use, because at the moment we mostly have one of each tool. A couple of things we have two, like shovels and things like that. But it means when I have workaways here, particularly if it's a pair, they're doing work, I'm doing work at the same time. So I have to kind of schedule what I want them to do, so we don't need the same tool at the same time. We have two wheelbarrows. I find every job seems to need the wheelbarrow. I don't like the workaways doing the same job at the same time, because I like them to be off doing different things, different areas. I feel more gets done as well. And then I can go and chat one-to-one with them sometimes as well, which is nice. Yeah, I have to not only schedule what jobs are different, needing different tools, but I also have to kind of plan out how long I think they will take to do a job, i.e. how long before that tool is free, as in days. They only work 3 hours a day, so I have to work out will it take 1 day, 2 days, 3 days before I can schedule in sort of the other one's job. So it's a lot of planning for me for a workaway. Anyway, so I said, yeah, that one, I'm really keen on that. Pay a really good price for that, because the forks I've been looking for, decent ones, they've been about €40 and above. And I was like, that's a lot of money, but we need it. We'll see. As I say, all the money I'm being donated at the moment, I'm saving to get my fruit trees, and I want blackberries, raspberries, strawberries as well, things like that. So I don't want to really pay for a fork. And not that price. That's a lot of money for me. Anyway, we didn't get the bid. They went ridiculous money. And Mike got a hedge trimmer. I think it was something like €28, but obviously you have to pay like the tax and the auction fees on top. So probably around 30, 32, something like that. He got that for in the end. And I didn't get my garden forks. He didn't get anything else. Everything else was going to silly money. And bear in mind, they don't guarantee anything works. So Mike will only go for things that, if it's electrical, that he knows he can fix and sort out and whatever. So we didn't get anything else. And then Mike went shopping. And he came back with this for me. Surprise! He got me a new garden fork. It's quite heavy, actually. And I said, oh, how much did you pay for that? €13.55. And look, it's what I say about it's got the longer stem of metal. Doing demonstrating a garden fork, sponsorship and reviews. So normally forks and garden tools, they normally finish about here, a lot of them. And this is where the problem is. But when you start digging them, this is where the forks is. So I always want tools with this, which if you saw when I went to the market, I got myself a trowel because a lot of trowels bend sort of here. If you've got the trowel bit here and the handle here, this is where the force is. And this is where a lot of tools start the handles. So that is actually really heavy. But I got a new garden fork, not used yet. It's too hot to do forking things. So yeah, champion it says. Don't know that. The handle's good if you want a full review. But that is good. I'm real happy with that. I like my fork. Oh. And Andrea come back and she go, oh, fork, what are you eating? What are you eating with your fork? So that's oh, nice golden fork. Yes, I could eat a lot of pasta with that. Oh. So I'm pleased with that. I said, what's wrong with me? I've got the chopper lately. I'm like excited about the chopper. We had to get a new washing machine and got a second-hand one. Mike went out and got it. I think it's like what they call it when they redo it, make it good. Re-something. Not repurpose it, no. They fix it and do it all up, but it's second-hand. He got that quite a long time ago. So he's like, oh, washing machine. It's all in Greek, all the dials in Greek. So I had to translate for him and tell him how to use the washing machine because he can't read what any of the things are. Hi, Treasure Woman. Can't see watching ads. Is it one for shoes? So he's like, way that. Obviously likes his tool, so his hedge trimmer. I got the chopper, really pleased with that. The freezer, a fork. What's wrong with me? These things excite me now. I think it's when you need something and something is really helpful to you. So looks heavy. It is. It's really heavy. Ugh. But that means it's going to do a good job. A good job. Look at my fork. That is good. I mean, even these prongs are quite thick. How are you? How are you, Treasure Woman? Don't forget, Treasure Woman, in my chat, I like you to put about your channel, what you do on it, or what a video is you're about to post, or what you've just posted. So we leave it in the chat, and then people watch that later can learn all about your channel, and they might well visit. So yeah, these prongs are actually quite thick. I mean, for the price, I think it's actually quite awesome. As I say, this bit's so sturdy. That's why it's heavy, because it's metal. And I've got a feeling this metal, yeah, the metal's in here, I think. No, it wouldn't be solid, would it? But that is really good. I'm really pleased with it. I was like, oh yeah, I must tell you about my fault. And I thought, no, bring it, show it, show it. So what else do I normally do on Wednesday? I tell you about what I've been reading. I finished this book I was reading. I won't go through all again what it's about. So go back on one before last, because last one I was still reading it. What my thoughts about it. It's an up and down book. So there's some really good bits. Some bits you're like, oh, we'll see what happens. Didn't know how it was going to end. So I was like quite interested in that. disappointed in the end, just because it's like, no, I won't do that. And you think, oh, okay, she's not going to do that. Then she goes, yes, I will do that. And then you read the next bit, like, oh, that's what she's doing. And then it's like, then she changes her mind. It's like to-ing and fro-ing, but not that she's indecisive. It's like they're ending the book and that's how it's going to be. And then last minute, oh, no, I can't do this. I'm going to do something else. And it was almost like, if you wanted one particular ending, it was there. But then there was another ending. It was almost appeasing everybody as to what the ending was. So, as I say, it was written in the 50s, so you get insight into a bit of life from that. Obviously, the theme of the book, obviously things were different then about what happens. Apparently, it says here it's a film with Kate Blanchett, so you can look up the film. It was called, and I don't know if the film was called the original title or not, something about salt. Does it say it? The Price of Salt. So I think the film was still called Carol, but it might be A Price of Salt. So overall, 7 out of 10, because it was different. 7 out of 10. And as I say, I normally say, oh yeah, I guess the ending. Well, everyone could guess the ending because it was full of different endings. So 7 out of 10, 6.5, 7. There. So that one's finished. That's going to go down for or either my workaways or guests. They can have that. It's not a keep. You'll know if it's a really good book if I keep it. Here's the book I'm reading now. Here it is. It's not The Invisible Man. I read a lot on my Kindle. It's not a Kindle, it's a tablet, but for purpose sake, my Kindle is on my tablet. It's an app on my tablet. I'm reading 1984 by George Orwell. It's very hard to find a lot of good, well-known books because a lot of them you're not allowed. I don't pay for any books, so a lot of them you can't have free. So it took a lot to find George Orwell 1984. It's in foreign languages. Now, I've said before, if I search for books, you can often get them in a foreign language, but not in English, of the proper books, like the popular ones. And I thought, shall I get it in Greek and then translate all of it? I was like, I couldn't be bothered because I know it can have difficult bits in it. Not as in difficult, but you know what you just need to read fluently. Obviously, I'm really enjoying that. I wanted to read that. I don't think I've ever read it. I knew roughly about it, and that's why I wanted to read it, because it's supposed to be so clever that he wrote it in 1948, and it's kind of like the world is today. And it's obviously about, obviously it's Big Brother watching you and so many more things that is so key to exactly what's going on today. So it's very interesting in that respect anyway. It's a book, obviously, you've got to sit and read it. You can't keep picking up, put it down, because some of the chapters and the passages are really, how can I put it? That it's continual, it all sort of joins up and links up. You just got to read that in one go, those sort of bit. It's like he discovers the book, and it's all the way it's written. You just got to read it all and take it all in. So definitely read that. I can't remember how that ends. As I say, I know of it. I've never actually read it. I seem to recall when I was very little, there was a series of it on TV in small parts, because I remember, I think my mum was watching it, and I just remember this thing that it's the logo on the book, and it's like this eye looking through a telescope. And I remember that. I really remember that. So definitely read that. I haven't finished it yet. And as I say, I can't remember how the story ends, but very interesting. It's just the way he knows everything that's happening now. Oh, and a bit of trivia. The reason it was called 1984, why he picked that year, bear in mind he wrote it in 1948. Why did he pick 1984? Well, he just decided to switch the two numbers of 1948. So that's a little bit of film trivia for you, or book trivia. He just switched the numbers over, and that's why he picked that. So I'm recommending that before I've even finished it, even if it doesn't finish well, as I say, just to see how he knew of all what was going on now, basically. So there's that. I also show you my cross-stitch project, how it's coming along. I'm not very happy with it now. I'll show you it and then I'll explain. So I've done quite a bit more to it. The words go funny. New beginnings, very day life. Very day life, very day life. Now, I have measured it and it is spaced correctly. But the way the letters are, I'm feeling that the gap here is too big. The gap, well, there's all right, because that's two words. There was another bit. I can't see it your way round, but I feel like some of the gaps look bigger than other gaps. There was another bit. I can't see it that way, but I'm pretty sure there's another bit. But it is counted and spaced correctly. I count across before I start the next one. And I think the reason there looks more space, particularly here, is because this just loops there. And then this kind of starts way back. So I counted from the very last, dropping it, from the very last piece of the previous letter, I've counted the same amount to the beginning, wherever it starts, of the next letter. So they've all got the same distance, but this to me particularly looks further away because this goes this way, that is set back, and this bit just looks there. So I'm thinking when I've finished it, because I'm doing more than just words, but when I've finished it, if I still feel not happy with it, it might look better when the whole words are there. So if I'm still not happy, I might put random tiny little flowers about, or maybe a little tiny ladybird, and just have them dotted about, but make sure one's actually in anything that I feel is a gap. I was quite cross with that. Might say, I'll take it out, move it. But I said, well, it will be wrong there, it'll look even worse. So I left it, and then I was in a right old ump about that. So I thought, no, I want to do more. So I carried on, and I was doing this bit still grumpy. And I realised this is the V now, but I started doing it and I was copying the U. So I had to undo that, which is hard on this stuff because the way I kind of fix the first stitch and then I loop it all in because these are bigger holes than normal. And I'd really secured it well. And then I had to try and unpick it all again. I was a bit worried that I'd cut through because this is just plastic. So I thought if I catch the plastic, it's going to make a hole. So that's as far as I've got with it for now. But I still keep looking at this bit and I think that looks more of a gap. There was another bit I thought looked quite gappy. No. Well, some do. If you look long enough, you think they're all a bit wrong. But I guarantee they're exactly the right space apart. So as I say, I'll finish it. Maybe once you can read the words, it won't look so obvious because I'm sure there was a bit at the top here I kept saying. I think it was the S I thought was further away. And it looks all right now I finished the word. So I'll see. But I've already got a plan. It's not that I've gone wrong. If I'd gone wrong, it might look right. But anyway, so that's that. We do. Let me just have a drink. There's that. And so now, jokes. I always do jokes. Let's do some jokes. So, jokes of the day. And this is my book where I write down any jokes I like. And in the back, I write all quotes. Some are funny quotes, some are inspirational quotes. Hi there, how are you doing, KD? Nice to see you. You just arrived in time for the jokes. So yeah, this is my book, and I've got little poems I've written in it and things like that. So it's all my little jokes and things. So let's begin the jokes of the day. A man goes to buy a dozen bees for his homestead. The seller counts out 13 bees. Hey, that's one too many, says the buyer. That's okay, says the seller. It's a freebie. It's a freebie. It's a freebie. I like that one. Next joke. Mike and I can cut a piece of wood in half just by looking at it. You might not believe it, but I saw it with my own eyes. I like that one. That one's pretty cool. I don't know if you'll get this one. I don't know if this is just an English saying or not. So if you don't get it, I'll explain it. I bought some newlyweds an elephant for their room. They said, thank you. I said, don't mention it. Do you say that? Is that a worldwide term when you say about the elephant in the room? If you say there's an elephant in the room, or you say don't talk about the elephant in the room, and it means there's something blatantly obvious, but no one likes to mention it. So, for example, you might turn up at a function and two ladies might be wearing the same dress, sitting next to each other, and everyone can see it, but no one mentions it. So that's like they call the elephant in the room. So now you understand that it's something you shouldn't mention, and you call it the elephant in the room, the thing that you don't mention. So I'll read it again now if you didn't know that, and now you'll get the joke. I bought some newlyweds an elephant for their room. They said, thank you. And I said, don't mention it. So that's that explanation. Next joke. A limbo champion walks into a bar. He lost. He lost. Limbo champion should go under a bar. So he lost. And the last joke for today. What's the main cause of dry skin? Towels. Towels. Dry skin. Towels. Oh dear. So there's that. Hey Della. How are you doing, Della? How's your growing going, Della? Last I heard you had problems with your growing. You had problems with your growing. And don't forget, guys, that have just come into the chat, if you want to use my community chat here to promote your channel, it's your space. Put about your channel here, or a video that you're just doing, or something else about your channel. Put it here, and then anyone watching back later, I get a fair few watch later, they read about your channel. So that's what I do. It's your space. You've taken the time to come, so you can promote your channel. And Della doesn't have a channel. So while you guys are doing that, oh yeah, the bad bum buns. The rabbit's got the first crop, and so far, so good with this one. Yes, someone else had trouble with rabbits, and I put bad bum buns. I seem to be putting that on a lot of people's channels lately. Bad bum buns. Everyone seems to be having rabbit issues. Funny enough, we had wild rabbits around here and wild hares. Mike was saying the other day he drove home and he saw this like great big one just sitting there. Great big one. Oh, I actually planted today when we went to Timmy Market in the video you've seen recently. I said I bought some tomatoes there. I grow hundreds of tomatoes, but these were different ones. They were like vine tomatoes, but really huge. So I said to Mike, well, we'll get some of those because, you know, I'm the seed grower. It's my new name. Everyone calls me the seed grower now. I don't grow things. I grow things for seeds. So I said, well, I want some of those seeds. If I can grow those that big. Anyway, bless him. I don't know how this started, but since we first lived here, the first things I grew was tomatoes. That was one of the first things, just from shop bought stuff and might save the seeds. And ever since, he's always saved the tomato seeds for me. So he took them out and he took his time doing them. And then he came to me today, goes, look at all these. Oh, he asked me how to dry them. And so I'm drying things now, seeds on greaseproof paper or parchment paper, do you call it? What you put in tins when you make a cake. We call it greaseproof paper. And I said to him, lay some on that. But when he took them out of the water, I don't know how long he'd left them in there for to clean them. He said, look, they'd all started not really sprouting, but you could see something was happening with them. So I went and grabbed some of my mulchy stuff I've made, put it all in butter dishes. I like growing in, you know, the plastic that you buy butter in, butter tubs. And I just planted them out today to see if they'll grow. And a new growing method I'm doing, I've planted lettuce in, a new way of growing I'm trying out. Where's Della? Planted a little garden in the back acre and praying the rabbits eat that. You made a rabbit garden. You made a rabbit garden. Aww. How sweet. How sweet. Okay, so if you're all promoting your channels, those of you that have, let me see what I've posted. I say I always get mixed up with what I've posted and what I've lined up for the next post, because I'm always one ahead on in my book that I write down what I've posted and give it a number. As soon as I posted, because I post today, I've written the next one and then I'm confused. What did I actually post and what are we doing? Rabbits are getting my garden too. We have tried to keep them out and I even made them their one space and they still go after my garden. Prices in Texas are getting ridiculous. Oh, now I just share that nice rabbit garden. Oh dear. Yeah, well, that just means, guys, you're growing really great crops, doesn't it? It means you're growing really great crops. Lots of things for the rabbits. Was it any of your channels I put naughty bum buns on? I seem to have typed that quite a few times lately. Seems there's a rabbit infestation. Okay, so today on my other channel, Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty. Anyone who's not found it yet, it's in the description below. I posted another one of the cat diaries, and I was talking about the cat diaries, I think last episode, and they're little funny things like the cats have made the videos. So it's a really sweet one. It's the first one that Kit has been in, the little kitten that was that came here from somewhere, I don't know, and it's all about Kit. So I thought it was about time Kit had his own episode. So it's called Kit's New Bed. So if you go on my other channel, you'll see that. And I even linked under it today all the other cat diaries so far, because I was talking about them. Oh, I know, we was talking about Paralife TV when he came on, and I was saying about his name, he's changed it to Ninja. And I was saying that one of my cats, Fossil, we call her the Ninja Cat. And then I said I got a video on it, and then he wanted the link, and I put the link up. So that is in the description under the cat video, because some of the cat diaries are on this channel and some are on the other channel. So I've linked them all together under the latest cat diaries one on my other channel. So if you want to see the whole series, they're all together. And next week on that channel, because I only post on Wednesdays on that channel, next week I've edited and it will be posted doing my bug puzzle. The one that I was talking about, saying about it's all square tiles and you have to make the bugs go in lines and they can only come on the picture one time and go off one time, each type of insects. There's like wasps, ladybirds, I think there's a blue beetle, ants. I think that might be all that's on it. And I filmed it, like fast forwarded it, like speeded it all up, and I'm posting that next week on Tranquility. So if you want to see that puzzle, as I say, it's not a jigsaw, it's just like square tiles, and it's harder than it looks. It really is. Nice rabbit garden. Mayfield Ranch, I'll plant a little bit more in the front garden and share with the rabbits. Blue's got a fox that keeps coming because she's planted stuff in her front garden and she keeps getting her little foxy comes. So what did I always say planted again? What did I post on this channel today? Oh, I posted an update 11 of my raised beds, because I try and keep each section separate, because some people are only interested in, say, hugelkultur or the raised beds or so on and so forth, and it would take too much of a video to keep updating everything. So different sections of my garden, my fruit forest is another area. My random areas is all bits and pieces, anything that doesn't fit into any of the others. So I did that, and I talk about, I've got a little thing on the end of that video just saying some other things I'm doing, and one is about the free seed giveaway. So any of you who don't know about that, I've got a video on how you get free seeds from me. I'm doing a monthly giveaway, and always check out my community post. In fact, it's the 31st today, so tomorrow I've got to put up who's going to be the next recipient of getting my free seeds. So if you happen to go on the community post and see that, it's going to be the same picture each month. So if you look back last month when Josh got it on the community post, it's the same picture. And by the way, if you don't see the whole picture, when you open it up and click on the picture, the whole picture does come up. There was a little glitch because I used Canva for it, and Canva you can't use on the community post for some reason anyhow. So it is there. Just click on the picture and then it will tell you to go and watch the video, and the description in the video about how you get the free seeds tells you the rules. It's just like to send me your address to post them to, and you must reply within the month of you winning or being the recipient, let's say, because I don't want things dragging on and on and on. And it also says you can't say, oh, I don't want them, but I nominate someone else, because I've got plenty of people I want to send them to. So if you don't want them for any reason, then just kindly say no. Or if I don't hear from you within the month, then I assume it's you don't want them. And by the way, guys, if you don't do gardening on your channel, but you would love the seed, do let me know you grow stuff, because I don't know otherwise. Or if most of your channel isn't about growing and you do a couple of videos, I might have missed them. So do let me know if you do like growing, because if you're not a growing channel, then obviously I don't know. And by the way, it's not just YouTubers, because there's lots of people that follow my channel that aren't YouTubers. So it's not just for YouTubers, it's for people that follow my channel, because I've got a ton of people that aren't YouTubers. So it's not just YouTubers, although if you are a YouTuber, I would be grateful if you film receiving them and maybe now and then show me how they're doing. So that, and in the video about growing the seeds, it's actually says in the description under it all the seeds that I've got to go and change again. That every time I've got different seeds available, I change what the seeds are available. And then if there's any you don't want from it, do say, because there's trees and things. And some people just grow in a few pots, maybe indoors or on the patio. So you're welcome to have some of all of them, but do let me know if you're the recipient, if there's any seeds there you don't want, because obviously I don't want to waste sending them if you don't want them. See, Treasure Woman. See, I haven't got to that. Haven't got that you do gardening videos. So there you go. I do need to know. So anyone watching this back later, if you do gardening and I might not be aware of it, do let me know. Do let me. It's not just for homestead videos. It's my community. So if you want to be in my community, then I'm trying to give something back. I've said before, I'd love to buy T-shirts and merch, but again, a lot of people don't even do that. So I want to support everyone that supports me in some way. It will be years, I think, before I get to everyone. If we sell our other property, then I might increase to 2 recipients a month or so on and so forth. But for now, it's 1 a month. So do look in my community post. I might forget to do it tomorrow, but it will be very soon, the beginning of next month. Do keep checking. Oh, it won't be tomorrow because I'll put on my geocaching what I found. But do keep looking in my community post, because very soon it will say who the next recipient will be, and you need to contact me, my email, with your address, and make sure you've let me know if there's a seed you don't want. So that's about that. And the next time I post on this channel is Friday. Oh, it's really sweet. It's some of the hedgehogs I found in my garden. It starts off with lots of filming, and then there's a few pictures, and then I think there's some more filming, and there's little tiny baby ones in a row. So that's really sweet. So yeah, do check that out. That will be on Friday, posting that on Friday. So apart from rabbits, what's the other pests we have most in our gardens? For me, I would say it was the butterflies laying their eggs and the caterpillars, particularly on broccoli. But I don't have any problem with that now because I just net everything. I net all the brassicas, pretty much all the brassicas I net. And I've never had any problems since with that. For me, it's the chameleons. The chameleons like all the green leaves of everything. Who'd have thought? Who'd have thought? Chameleons. Big problem for me, chameleons. Yes, big problem. I've just got to put a stone on that joke book because it's blowing everywhere. And I did ask last time, if you could only keep one garden tool, what tool would it be? I'm quite interested to see what people say for when you do your gardening, or gardening tool. What gardening tool is the tool that you could not do without? I'm going to go on Treasure Woman's channel tomorrow and see these gardening videos. I love to see people's gardens and their land. And I'll say it again, Mayfield Ranch, you do need to go and check out her videos, her buildings, her the donkey barn, and oh, it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's the red and the white and that traditional look of the building. I really like it. I was talking about the walks I've just been filming, and the walk I did yesterday. I go and visit the donkey stables, not the horse stables, the donkeys. It was a sanctuary, part of a sanctuary, but I've talked before about it won't be there. I think they got till the end of October, so I won't be able to go up and see the donkeys anymore. That's very sad. So I did one last bit of filming up there. I did that. While we talk about videos and things, I'm doing a last call for if any of you want to be on my video as a shout out for your channel. You need to send me anywhere under any video or whatever, or email if you want, but just write under a video and say it's for your Q&A and ask me random questions. And then I'm going to make a video up answering all your random questions. Can be on whatever you want, random questions. And when I read your question out on the video, I will give your channel a shout out. Therefore, if you ask me 2 or 3 questions, I will shout out your channel or your name. If it's Stella, I'll shout your name out. I will say your name as many times as you ask me questions. So if you ask me 3 questions, I will split them up throughout the video and say your name or your channel 3 times. So as I say, you can send it in the comments under this one after it's finished, or anywhere else. Just but say it's for your Q&A, because when you get comments, you can see what video people are commenting on. You get the little picture at the side. I was like, that's a strange question. What video are they looking at? So I looked at the picture and I thought, that question's nothing to do with that. Why are they asking me a random question? I was like, oh, it's for my Q&A, and they didn't thought it was for the Q&A. And then also, when I put a community post up saying if you've got questions for this video I'm going to do, and on it, I had some comments underneath, obviously, with questions. And I'm like, why are they asking me that? And I looked, oh, it was a community post where I said, if you've got a question. Hi, Blue. You're late. You're not late, Blue. You're not late. You're fine. Don't forget, Blue, to put about your channel, something about your channel while you're here. You've missed some chit chat. You can play me back at the beginning later on. Yes, shall I show Blue what I bought, or what Mike bought me as a surprise? Oh, chip the chair back. Look what I got, Blue. Watch replay. Yeah, you'll see the fork. You'll hear all about the fork. It's a really good price. I say what the price is. Ugh, it's heavy too. Very heavy. Very heavy. Very heavy. Yeah, so basically then I've got the next seed giveaway reciprocal will be up soon on my community post. So make sure you don't miss that. Just on my phone, not the pic. Okie dokie. What else we've been doing that I've got to catch you up with? Done send the questions. The PC. The PC. Not the PC, it's got not the pic. I don't know how you guys can use a phone. Thank goodness I haven't got one. That would annoy me. It must be so small to type things. Phone's drunk. Yeah, it's always drunk, your phone. Bless you. Oh, by the way, Blue, I'm going to finish dead on 2 hours, if not slightly before, because Danny Day's Homestead has had to reschedule from yesterday, and she's going live in an hour from now. So I said, I will pop in but pop out. So I'm going to finish. I might even finish a little bit earlier, actually, to be fair. And then I might just quickly pop on and say hello there. So we're going over to Danny Day's Homestead in an hour from now. So for you, let me see. Don't tell me. It's just after 8:76. So you'll be 5:04. You must be 4:34. Yes, you're 4:34, I believe. That was maths for me. What was I saying? Oh yes, still got to do my garden plan. Yep, making dinner. Got to do my garden plan. I've kind of roughly organised it. I've just done like, because we're messing around with the hugel beds. So I've had to replan that area a little bit. And seeing as we had, or still have, the intense heat wave, there were a few things that flagged even in the hugel. So I'm thinking I'm going to move some things about. So I only keep the things that didn't flag there and move things about anyway. So I've got a sort of a pencil plan, but then I need to go and check I haven't got brassicas near brassicas, and so on and so forth. So on and so forth. Because as you know, companion planting is brilliant, but people sometimes forget that there's a lot of things that can't be planted near each other. For example, jalapenos should not be planted near peppers or chilies. And I think it's a lot to do with the, I know it sounds silly because bees and things can fly a long way, but it's cross-pollination basically, and it changes the intensity of things like that. Brassicas should never be planted in the next bed or near each other. They should be, I forget the distance, but it's a pretty big distance apart. Yeah. Any more you can think of, Blue, that shouldn't go together? There's a lot. Oh, potatoes and tomatoes, basically same families. Potatoes and tomatoes, that's actually quite deadly. It's very dangerous, potatoes and tomatoes. I put mine all together, knowing I've remembered here not to. That's like when you set a meal out nicely and like design the plate really pretty. You'll appreciate this, Blue. And these days, I just serve it on the plate. I just serve it. There it is. And it's like, oh, okay. I was like, well, it's all going to get mixed up inside you anyway. It saves you cutting a bit here to put it all together on the fork. It's like it's already mixed up. Tomato and potato can be grafted together to make a tomato. Yes, that's because it's same fam. Yes, there's a lot of grafting. Easy Do is a channel. He's Greek. You won't be able to follow him unless you can get subtitles. Oh, I'll try and type it in, but my maths is where's he gone? There he is. Easy Do. I think he's got subtitles so you can follow him. He does all sorts of weird and wonderful stuff. Great way to save space. Now I'm thinking, yes, the potato's no good after that, is it? I've done that before. There's another really cool graph one, like really totally opposite things. What is it, like weird combo? Ooh, I can't remember. Something really weird. But yeah, grafting's fun. It's something we haven't got round to doing. We keep talking about it. My friend here has got an awesome orange tree, the best orange tree with the best oranges outside her house. It's absolutely amazing. The juiciest, biggest, no seeds oranges. And she picks them all up when they fall down, going to waste. She has so many from it that she gives them away to tons of people, and there's still loads left. So I always say, give me as many as you like. I can use them. It's like eggs. I can always use them. Give them to me. So she brings loads round. Now, we found 2 or 3 seeds eventually out of some and planted them. We've got little orange trees. We don't know what they are, can't find out. And she was going to move. And I kept saying, we must come and graft some of this orange tree in case ours don't take or produce, and we must graft it. And we kept not doing it, and we don't know a lot about grafting like professionally. We'd have a go, we've got ideas how to do it, but we've never actually done it. We do have here a lemon tree grafted with a mandarin tree that was already done, and now it's basically a mandarin tree. So we do have a grafted tree, and that's why here they grow a lot of lemon trees, because they're too many lemons, but they're supposedly really easy to graft other things onto. They are supposed to be twofold, but sometimes one takes over, depends what you graft. Anyway, so I kept saying to her, I must come and get a bit and graft it, and you have to pick the right time of year. But she's not moving now, so that's cool. Looking to make a stone fruit tree and a citrus tree with 5 to 7 different fruits grafted on them. That's a brilliant idea. That's a brilliant idea. I can't send you any stone fruit because I'm sending my seeds as flats. So we could get them through the post. So I can't send any stone stuff out because that'd be bumpy. We already found a sneaky way of posting without going through the postal service. So we're getting away with flat seeds, small flat seeds. Yeah, Mike came up with a very clever way of beating the system, because here they actually open everything up and check. They don't take your word for it what you're posting. So yeah, but Mike found a way around that so far. We was just worried that when we sent Josh's seeds that we'd put the right amount of stamps on, because where we post it they don't weigh it. So I just hope it's all gone through all right. Yeah, so any idea what fruits you're going to try and grow? Stone, so yeah, that could be peaches. Would you count almonds as a stone? Nectarines, plums. What else? Almonds and nuts, hun. I'm nuts, hun. I'm just thinking they like the stone shape. Could you not graft nuts as well? Why could you not do nuts as well? Almonds are cool. We got 2 almond trees. We have 2 almond trees. We do, 2 almond trees. So yeah, I've got to get this garden plan done because I kind of want to film it. Got to go have a nice live. And you, I know about your gardening, so I will be coming over at some point this week. I'm a bit busy this week, but I will be over at some point to come and see your gardening videos. If you want to throw them somewhere to me as links, I've got more chance of remembering. So if you want to send me links of some gardening videos on your channel, save me like pilfering through. Unless you have a playlist would be cool. 2 types of plums, 3 types of peaches, 2 cherries. Oh yes, cherries are stones. I'm going to go and turn my light on. I need a little sign here, gone to lunch, because I keep disappearing. You can look at Virgil for a minute. Look at Virgil. Can look at Virgil. Did you see? Can you see him? Bless you. There we go. It's the webcam on YouTube. It's not the best quality, but it does me. It does me. We were talking about I might do one on StreamYard. I do StreamYard on my other channels lives, but I might do one randomly here because Andrea and Danny have a plan for me, so I've got to do a StreamYard. Yes, we have a plan. Yes. 2 types of plums. Yeah. Oh yeah, we want plum tree. We want those really big. We don't call them plums out here. Cherries. I was thinking about cherry trees today. I love the blossom. I don't know if is that bothered by them. I'd make cherry pies and cherry crumble. If I tell him cherry crumble, he'll probably be quite interested in cherries. Peaches, yeah, we're still debating whether we want peaches or nectarines or both. Is it worth doing both? Now tell me, Blue, we're talking about getting these fruit trees in the spring. Which trees do you need males and females? Because I know some you don't and some you do, but I don't know. We're thinking we want plums, peaches and or nectarines. What's the other thing we were thinking of? We thought of something else. I want to try grow kiwi again. And I want to try, what's the other thing I want to try again? Oh, pineapple. I need to grow a pineapple. It depends, right? Check the variety and what they say about them. Right, so it depends on variety rather than type of fruit. Cool, thanks for that. So I wasn't sure. That's probably why I got confused. That's probably why. I've got an avocado tree, but I'm not bothered about having avocados. I'm just growing it because I've actually got to put that video up. I took videos and pictures all the way through from, that's a stone, isn't it? Right through from the stone to how it is now. I edited that a little while ago, so I need to post that really. That needs to come. Some varieties are now hybrids of male and female. Right. So it's really just a case of finding out. We may have to remember what they're all called because we don't call, obviously, fruits the same thing here. Karasi is cherry. Kiwis are better having 1 male to 5 females. Yes, that's the one, isn't it? Now, the way I was thinking if I did grow that is on a frame and like intertwine them because supposedly that gives more chance then of them. I'm going to say mating and you're going to laugh at me. Pollinating. Pollinating. Cross-pollinating. Pollinating. Do you worry about me, Blue? Yes, that's right. 1 male to 5 females. Yes, trellising and kiwi farms are all trellis. Right, okay. You don't worry. You should. You should. Oh dear. Yeah, you and Anne are my it's like spell check, but talk check. Talk check. Yeah, you and Anne are pretty good. Oh, you live in Tanny. Oh, you compare me to Carnival Man. That's madness. Yes, kiwis. I might try those just by buying a kiwi. Yes. Now, a lot of seeds, let's say kiwi, it depends on where the seeds are in the fruit as to you can figure out the males and the females. I'm far more polite, thanks. Yes, I'm sure. Now, I know some things, seeds, if they sink or float, they're viable and not viable. But also, see, I know things, but I can't remember what they belong to because some seeds, if they float or don't float, one is the male, one is the female. So I know these things, but I can't relate them to what that refers to. So there's something, if the seeds float and some sink, that tells you male and female. But there's also things where if they float or don't float, they're viable and non-viable. Yeah. I use the method my grandmother taught me. Yeah. Waiting for the typing on the phone. We might know in a minute. Want like lift music, interlude music. Interlude music. Yes, I think it's. Oh, here we go. She used to use her old gold cross as a pendulum. If it went round and round, it was female. Cross was a male. That is a pregnant woman. That's how you tell when a woman's pregnant. You do it over their belly bump. Or you do it around seeds. I suppose it's the same thing, male and female. My mum always said, now again, I know this, but I can't tell you which is which. If after you did the business, you laid on one side or the other, one side, if you laid on your right, you'd have a girl. If you laid on your left, you'd have a boy, or vice versa. And she said she never wanted boys. And every time she laid on whichever side it was, and she got 3 girls. Also, chicks and seeds. Oh, right, yeah. Well, if it works, doesn't it? If it works, it works. Now, is it kiwi seeds? There's some seeds. No, not kiwi. Maybe papaya, something like that. Those sort of things, the tropical fruits. When you open them, it's where the seeds are, they're male, and where the seeds are, they're female, as in they're both, as you were saying, they're both in one, but where they are in that fruit is where the, like this location is the male and this location in the fruit is female. See, again, I've got information, but I can't tell you what fruit that is. I think that's something like papaya. Never heard. Yeah, pretty sure. Oh, still never heard of it. Oh. I think that's papaya or something very similar to papaya. I'm pretty sure now, thinking it is papaya, because I've got a papaya. And if you saw my video on my other channel recently, the log cabin, visiting someone's log cabin ranch thing, I had one of his papaya fruits, and that's how I knew that. And I only ended up, out of all those seeds, one that's actually still growing properly. And I think it might have been either from him who told me, or I came home with this fruit and thought, right, what do I do with it? And looked it up. I don't let the seeds last long enough because I dry them out, toast them and grind them for salad sprinkles. Of what? Seeds of what? The papaya? Or the kiwi? What seeds do you do that with? Papaya. Oh, cool. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. Well, I've got a papaya plant. It's probably, oh, you can't see. Look, a bit bigger than what you can see. Can't go back anymore. And it's kind of growing up a metal arch. And that wasn't very keen on the heat. It's actually in the shade, but it wasn't keen. I nearly lost it. I have to water that every day. I grate avocado seeds as well for the same thing. All right, didn't know you could eat the seed of that. I learn a lot from you, Blue. I learn a lot from you. There's always something. That's why I like live chats. It sort of brings up something, doesn't it? Brings up a sort of thought and you put it down. Really, really good nutrition. So everyone then who just eats the avocado and gets rid of that, that's wasteful then. Didn't realise you could even do that. That's brilliant. I suppose that's where all the nutrient, isn't it? Yes. Oh, yeah. Really good nutrition. Oh, wow. That's brilliant. Because when you look at that stone, it's not like a peach stone, let's say, or whatever, is it? It does look wholesome. It does look wholesome. Yeah, there's a lot. What else could I grow? I want to do more tropical stuff. As I say, we can't grow bananas here. We're too high. So not bananas. I want to do mango. I'm pretty keen on mango. Can you do things with that mango innards? See, I don't know enough. Sherry's someone who's very good on tropical stuff as well. I get all my info of like these random things. I have grown a pineapple before, but I lost it. But I did grow that. That's quite easy. You can eat stone fruit seeds just crack the hard stone. Well, that's like some nuts, isn't it? The good is inside, like avocado, almond. Yes. Yeah, mango. I've got to learn more about mango, but I'm keen on doing that. I love mango. They're related to almonds mostly. Cool. Definitely. Other tropical stuff. Oh, dragon fruit. That should grow out here quite easily. Again, I don't know really anything about that. Dragon fruit. I think in the spring, I need to just go and look around sort of a garden centre. I need ideas. I just want stuff like that grows quite quickly, as in 5 years. Where some stuff takes ages. I don't know how long it takes to get fruit off of some of these things. But yeah, my sink keeps going backwards. That's it. It's locked now. It's fine. Yeah, mangoes, pineapple. I want to do. I can grow a pineapple. I know how to do that one. Dragon fruit. Oh, star fruit. I don't know what that is. Like. Oh, what about lychee? That should grow. There are those who carry on about them being poisonous. However, you need to eat 5 by 10 litre buckets of seed before it's fatal. What are you talking about now? Are you talking about the avocado? Almonds? That's like the black nightshade I've got. And it's like, is it black nightshade? Let me just check because I don't want to say the wrong thing live. Almonds. Let me just check because I don't want to say the wrong thing on the live. It's like you're poisoning people. What are you talking about? Let me find my video on it. Because I don't want to say the wrong. Yeah, black nightshade. That's right. Black nightshade. People think, oh, it's poison. No, it's not poison, but you don't want to eat tons and tons of it. Oh, what's the other nut? Pistachio. That's another one. I didn't know till recently that if you eat loads and loads of those, that's quite bad for you. Then why do they sell such big bags of them? Yes, you can say, well, it's family bags, but they need a bigger warning. And I quite a decent sized bag. I thought, I quite like these. And then on the back, in small print, I saw a warning. That's a bit late now. Bit late now. Stone fruit seeds, right? Stone fruit seeds. Pistachios fun too. To grow too. I've not thought about them. 1 male, 5 female. Let me write that down. Because otherwise, when you go, I'll be like, oh yeah, there was something else. What was it? Let me write that down. Oh, so that's pistachio. That I haven't thought about that. Pistachio, 1 male to 5 female, and that's the same as the kiwi. I remember now when you said that. I've remembered that one. Oh yeah, I've got a little bit of paper here where it's actually last week's, but when I think of something, oh yeah, I wanted to talk about that, I just write down little notes. And I just looked at it today and it says, send mosquitoes. I don't know what are you talking about? And I realised it actually says, send me questions. As in, send me your questions. Let me see if you can see it. some pencils, that won't help. If you look quickly at it, my finger, I see how quick read stuff. I used to speed read, and now obviously with my condition, I just miss things out. I just looked there and it's like some mosquitoes. That was like Ashley. He put up, he's out of hospital, by the way, if anyone doesn't know. He put up something about showing my hospital room, and I didn't finish reading it properly. And I said to him, I read it as showing you my hospital robe. Show you my hospital robe. So what else did you say? Let me just run you back. So we have that. Oop. Wait. We've got, oh yeah, I was thinking about pineapple, dragon fruit, star fruit, mango, definitely want that. Peach. I do like the apricots. We've got 2 apricot trees, but they're just so short-lived, the fruit. Oh, yeah, you said about cherries. Now I'm thinking I can make so many nice things with cherries. Just going back to see what else you spoke of. Did I do the kiwi? No, see, kiwi. Kiwi, pistachio. Pistachio. I've done that one. Okay. That's all right. I was just scrolling back because I was writing down what you'd said. Because or else I'll go back to that thing of, oh yes, there was something you do that with, and then can't remember what. With your son, I'll be sun drying the apricots, honestly. They get eaten too quick to bother with that. Literally, we just eat them as they are. Literally, just pick and eat. That's where a lot of my stuff goes. That's like, what else do we do that with? Oh, the okra, or ladies' fingers as we call them. I just walk around the garden, doing gardening. Oh, that one's ready. Pick it, eat it, bite the ends off, and eat it. So now what I call garden snacks. I did that when I first lived here. I used to just wander around the garden and pick stuff, and you know, that life. Yeah, we've got orange trees, we got mandarin, got lemons. You love doing that too. Yeah, that's what it's all about, isn't it? That's sort of everyone's thoughts of having a garden, just walking around. The cactus fruit are nearly ready. Cactus fruit, they're nice. Now my tip for those is to not eat them until they've been in the fridge. That really makes a difference. Really like cools them right down. Yeah, cactus fruit, they're nearly ready. And I don't know why people complain about the spines, because you just put them in water and they fall off the spines. Piece of cake. What other fruit? Pomegranates we've got. Can't really be bothered with those. I like those because of the red flowers. So our guests always have pomegranates. So if you see one, you can pick it. Pomegranate. What other fruit do we have? Sort of lose track what you've got. But yeah, I want to go more tropical. That's my next sort of main idea. I'm not saying it will happen all at once. As I say, next year, spring, I'd like to get some fruit trees. but big changes in the garden and more growy areas. Good plan where you are. Yeah. But yeah, I've got to sort out rejigging the hoogles, messing about there. We're building loads more raised beds in other areas, doing more raised beds. I've just got to get more. Now I've got the freezer and the chopper. I've got loads. Oh, freezer's about not quite half full, maybe just over a third. Let's say a quarter, maybe full. I haven't finished harvesting, obviously, so I'm hoping that'll be half full by the time I got it last year. So, or this year rather. So, like a full year from when I got it, I want it to be at least half full. We are using stuff from it already, but I'm putting in as well. So, um, yeah, so the plan is get that really stocked and then focus on newer stuff, more different stuff, so I get um, more variety. I've got a lot more variety this year, particularly with the seeds Josh gave me. That really doubled the sort of stuff I had. Um, so I've got a lot more. I didn't plant everything out. You know me, new stuff I'm very cautious with. And I just planted a few, couple bits not did do quite so well. All my herbs are doing well. I actually divided up the rosemary, which was doing well, but today it's intensely hot today. It must be our hottest day that we've had, and that looks a bit frail now, but the basil that was a bit frail is now okay. The snake plant that I'm not sure what it was called, someone ID'd it. That I've divided up. I haven't divided it up. I've done it like a succulent almost, where you take bits this tall off with a long stem, so you take off the leaves up to the last bit. And I saw a guy plant them. It wasn't the same thing, but it was similar. And he said bury them right down to the leaves and put loads in a little pot. So I've done about 5 pots like that, and it's only been a few days, so they might be all right, they might not. And then he said because this snaky plant thing might not last, it's got a lifespan on it, and then if that dies, the next lot by then are going. I've transplanted some mint, long time really, but I don't do anything with my mint. Some people talk of chopping it back and that. I've always just left it. It dies back. It comes back again with a vengeance. So I've never done anything with my mint, but I take bits off and plant it elsewhere. So I've divided a couple more bits from that. As I said at the beginning, these tomatoes, different variety that we bought just to get the seeds from the actual tomatoes. I planted those today in butter tubs. So we'll see how they go. And I've got a new version of growing that I got from No Garden channel, vertical growing. And they did it with the big water containers. I've made it a bit different. I've adapted it. But I've got 2, but they're fixed together just by the shape of them. And then I've cut out little U's, like upside down U's all round them, and then folded those down and planted. They actually grew, I think, lettuce separately and then transplanted them into these. I've just planted lettuce seeds in the holes, so I might have to bin them out as they're growing, and some in the top. So I've got those growing. I harvest all mine because we go through loads of mint sauce and cordial. Oh, cordial and vodka. Ooh, every year, let alone the dried. I'm back, sorry. My mum comes over without warning sometimes. Is she wearing her slippers? Hmm? She's wearing her slippers. Yeah, Mike likes mint sauce. I make him mint sauce. And we use ours for bug repellent, a lot of it, or just have it round areas of the garden to stop bugs. She was barefoot. Oh, oh dear, that's so funny. That's hilarious. We're just talking about more tropical fruits and things. Then she spent 10 minutes looking for her shoes when she left. It's all right, Andrea. You saw a shoe advert. She could always buy some more. You can always buy some more. Oh, that's quite funny. Oh dear, that's funny, funny, funny. Yeah, tropicals. Do you grow any tropically stuff, Andrea? We'll talk about tropical stuff. Yeah. Oh, I did want pineapple. Yeah, go and grow a pineapple again. As I say, Sherry's channel's pretty good on those kind of things as well. Oh, anyone interested? She's announcing about the expo on Thursday. I can't tell you what time it is. You'll have to go on her channel, and you can click upcoming live streams. Hey, Ashley, how you doing? Nice to see you. How are you doing, my friend? And how's wifey doing? I need to be sure to watch that. Yeah, it's Thursday because I only watch her lives on Mondays. I watch her lives on Mondays, and she was going to announce it then, but I'd missed the beginning. So she was saying something about she's going to announce it on Thursday. I think because she's probably going to do a whole thing about it, and she didn't want to disrupt her normal chat, I think. But yeah, I'd love to go to that. Ah, turmeric and ginger. Take after my mum, it seems, with the shoes. Oh, my mum doesn't allow shoes in the house. Oh, no. And it's funny here because Cypriots don't believe in carpets. They think it's like really germy and dirty and nasty. And we walk around the house with like, if you're just coming in for a drink of water or something, go out, we come on in with our muddy boots. And I'm like, it's all right, it's a farmhouse. Wifey's okay, I'm okay. Piggle's okay. Oh, oh, bless. Big hugs, Ashley. Oh, it's Karen, isn't it? No, hold on. What's Mrs. Ashley? It's Karen, isn't it? I think it's Karen. I don't really know people that don't show up in videos. I'm pretty sure it's Karen. It's Karen. Yes, I think it's a Huggles. Since Blue isn't here, I'm giving out Huggles. Oh, cool. I think she's in the middle of her dins, doing her dinner. And I'm going to finish, guys, in 15 minutes because Danny Day's homestead has had to change her live from yesterday and she's going on in 15 minutes. So I said I would stop. I will pop over there briefly, but I'm going to have my dinner when I finish. So I will briefly go over. It'd be nice if any of you are free, if you can just pop over there and just say Dawn sent me. Let me just type it in case you're. Let me just look here. Where is she? I'm just checking I say it right. Yeah, Danny Day's homestead. I thought it was. She's got a funny surname. Danny Days. I have to check these things. Homestead. So yeah, when I finish, if you guys can. Oh, wait. Here's Blue's missing for a minute. Let me just bring up her link. Let me see if I can bring up her link for you, as in the actual live link. You just have to be patient because I'm not on the fastest. Oh, Dawn's live. Oh, nice. My channel is live. 1 sec, bear with me. Don't have the fastest. Oh, she's live now. She started. Yes, 21 watching. Wait. She's live. She's live now. It's whirring.
That stands in the way, and you know that's a requirement. So, but
yeah, it's if you give up an inch,
right?
Then
can you hear that, guys, or not?
And I learned a long time ago as a kid.
That's the link to her
if
live.
You let a bully poke you in the chest,
I have to pop over there, said I was
shoving you.
Yeah, I'm going to go over there now, guys. So I'm going to finish because she has started.
I never let.
So thanks for being here. And let's pop over to Danny Day's homestead.
Put a stop to it.
See you there.
And so I've never been one to just
bye, guys.
Take it, to put it nicely.